Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Chris, your dad next door, and I am super excited about today's video. As you know, I've been trying to find solutions for new streamers that they can help improve their environment or their streaming setup and things that are less than $50. So today we did some digging on Amazon, and I found a set of lights that I thought would add some real nice color to the stream room here, or the office that I have. So we wanted to get some color, some RGB kind of set up here. So I went ahead and picked up this set of Ustellar RGB floodlights. These are the 2-pack, 30 watt each model. 16 colors, got fade and all kinds of stuff like that. So we're gonna do some demos here. We're gonna unbox, do some demos, and see what those can do, how bright they actually get, how much area they cover in the room, and things like that. Just in the very beginning of this review, I want to say that this box is a lot smaller than I was expecting. So I don't know what to expect. 30 watts on an LED is actually a whole lot. I mean, if you think about like the lights I have behind me right now, those yellowish ones back there are just 7. So adding in, you know, an additional almost triple the power, right, you're looking at, you know, a lot more lights. So we're gonna see how that sets up and how that all works. So let's get ready to do this unboxing, and then we'll do testing after that. So let's go. Before we get started with the unboxing portion, I just want to say that if you have any tech questions or got any kind of additional information, please feel free to leave comments in this video. Also, give me thumbs up if you think the content is great. If not, then let me know why. Additional comments, I'd like to improve these recordings and this setup a little better. Also, I stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So if you have any questions about any of my reviews or any additional products that you were interested in that I think I could give some feedback on, please feel free to come and reach out to me there. We could, I always love to help out, and I always love to test some more. So just feel free to contact me there. And yeah, let's get working on this unboxing now. So normally I set up my camera over top of my desk here and I do some fancy stuff with the unboxing, but I figured these are going to be pretty simple to get out of here, so I didn't want to get too crazy there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to open them up here. We're going to pull them out. Now I did go with, they are a indoor outdoor. They are IP66 certified, so they are, let's see, not submersible, but they are able to satisfy some rainstorms and things like that. So I'm not going to be doing any of that kind of testing here today because I'm going to be using purely indoors. Maybe once in a while for some holiday decorations or something. And they did come with a 3-prong plug. Of course, anything that is outdoor rated typically needs that ground circuit, so that's why that's there. And let's see, we've got, first thing in the box, we've got 2 separate remotes for these. I'm pretty sure that one remote, they probably all run on the same frequency, so one remote will probably work, but I'll have a spare at least. There was some discussions in the reviews about the remotes not working very well. A lot of questions about batteries and things like that, so we'll see how that goes. And I went with this design. So again, I went with the Ustellar, and I'll provide a link to this product in the video here. I went with this design because they were a wider format. I didn't want this big square style because I wanted it to broadcast over a wide span there. So we did go with a wider format. You can see right here is the infrared. Let's see if I can get the glare off. Right here is the infrared sensor for the remotes. So the remotes are not RF. So you do need to be right in front of it in order for that to work. This is a very nice solid steel frame. This is actually quite heavy. I'd almost want to weigh it to see, but it does have, let's see, CE and ROHS. I was wondering if it had UL. Doesn't look like it has UL certification, but says here on the plug that it's 10 amps, 250. Oh, that's just the plug rating, so we're okay there. But it is 30 watt at 60 hertz. So you're looking at about, what is that math? 120 volt, 30 watts. That's a quarter of an amp or a third of an amp. So you're only looking at about a third of an amp draw here. So they won't take a whole lot of power. Again, this is a very, very heavy. This is solid steel. This is pretty interesting. There is no active cooling on these. They do have this nice heatsink design though. I haven't heard any discussions on anybody saying that they get too hot. This bracket's actually pretty tight, but they do have the ability to sit and stand, and that was another reason I kind of wanted this style, because I was going to try to set them up to be able to kind of pointed. Oh, that stand is tight. My effort, oh, I loosened that nut. Okay, my effort is going to be almost having them stand kind of at a very, very, very tight angle, kind of broadcasting up on the wall back here, or on, you know, this shelving unit or something like that. But so there's one of them. The other one should be exactly the same. they have a lot of these now that are coming in 5-volt designs and things like that, but I wanted something, again, I wanted something I could plug in, possibly use with a smart plug or something like that. This model is supposed to retain memory, so with that we should be able to turn them on, turn them off, and they should have the same settings. So if you use them with a smart plug or, you know, a Google device or something like that, you should be able to retain all, or any kind of timer, you should be able to retain all your settings. Yeah, they make these brackets really tight out the gate. But so that is some directions here. Warranty card. I believe these come with a 3-year warranty from the manufacturer, so you got to think about that. And they do have the options to come in a 15, 30, 60, or 100 watt model. So the 100 watt model I assume would be just absolutely huge and throw way more light than I ever want. But so yeah, that is the unboxing portion. Like I said, it wasn't gonna be anything too fancy here, but just wanted to show you what these things look like. Again, very, very heavy, very sturdy. I'm so far impressed with at least the design. So let's figure out what the light output looks like. Okay, so we got these lights on. I know it's pitch black right now, but are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. This is what the new layout looks like with just those 2 lights added in. And we're gonna go ahead and transition those. Here we go. Look at that. That little blue and that red effect is pretty fancy. I quite enjoy it. Adds just a little bit of extra character. Now I did have to do some additional adjustments to my can lights here for the brightness on my face cam. When I added these in first, since they're so much darker than my original light in the back of the room, I noticed that my face seemed so much dimmer. So I had to actually removed the diffusers that I had on my lights before. So now I have no diffuser and I just have the regular bulbs shining in on both of these to provide more light on my face. It was really dark on my face before, but other than that, I really like this character and this colorization in the back here. They're really nice. One thing, and I will step up and just change one of these lights and I will show you really fast what the issue I have is. And it might actually be a factor that I don't keep them. These lights, when transitioning, they flicker. So my camera is currently recording at 30 frames per second. So these lights have to flicker slower than that. Right, so I know there's a lot of much higher end lights that are at 60 hertz or something along that line when they're doing color transitions, so that way, or they're 60, 75 hertz, so that way cameras don't typically pick it up. But these are definitely less than 30. They're less than 24 because I took the camera down to 24 frames and I still had the issue. But we're gonna go ahead and apply the transition because these lights have a fade effect for different colors. I'm going to apply that and I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like here. We're going to go ahead and do that right now. That's going to transition between these colors, and you can see right up here on the back wall here, you can already start to see it flicker a little bit as it's changing that color. And when it goes, and it's really funny because it's when it's not in these base colors. So red, green, blue, yellow, I guess that would be teal and pink, don't typically have it. But these mid-range colors have it quite significantly, and it's the way that the light applies the different color patterns. So right there, that blue, when it's transitioning from that blue to something else, I don't know what color it's going to next, but you could kind of see it right there. And then as it's transitioning in, it's pretty aggressive. There's some colors that it's really aggressive with, and there's some that it's not so much, but it's enough that I originally wanted these for this transitional effect. And it's enough that kind of causes me to maybe not want to keep them. So we're gonna have to see, and I'm gonna have to play with them some more. I really do like the blue and the red effect just standard as straight, and I think it looks nice. But again, I got these for $46. I think for $46 I could just get 2 colored light bulbs and have a better option, right? I could get 2 colored light bulbs for substantially cheaper. So, but other than that, they don't get very hot at all. They've been running for like 2 hours. They're not substantially warm to the touch, which is nice. They seem to have very good color quality. They seem to dispose a lot of light in the dark. During the daytime, obviously it's much darker in here now. You guys can notice I waited a couple of hours to do this recording here. During the daytime, they did not dispose a lot of light on my walls. Granted, my walls are not white. They are kind of a light tan color. So we needed that dark. We needed it to be dark to have it displace enough color on them. So that's another thing. I think going up to a 50-watt version would probably give you a little bit more color during daytime hours. Or, you know, I have a big window on this side of the room here that you guys can't see, but if I had curtains over that window or something like that, it would probably help quite a bit. But that was my impression of that. I really like the color patterns. I really like the color quality. I like the brightness during the nighttime. Obviously, you guys can see here, it's enough to light up my back walls there. But yeah, going up to a 50-watt version would probably be a better upgrade. I think they were a little bit more expensive, obviously, because you're jumping up 20 watts per bulb. But I don't think they were that much more. I think it was less than $10 to go up to the 50-watt versus the 30-watt, but it was over my $50 budget for this project. Other than that, I think that, you know, depending on the space and the size of your room, I think they could be a really good addition. I think they could be really nice for you. That flicker effect is going to be a big problem for anybody that wants to use these for streaming or for camera recording or anything like that. So you might want to, you know, kind of pay attention to what frames your camera records at before you work on that. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot else I can give you as far as reviews. I mean, you can see how these are transitioning and how the colors look. I am going to let this play off for about another 15 seconds or so, and then you guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. So, my final impression of these is probably not worth the $46. And I'm a little disappointed in that because I was super excited about them. Am I going to keep them? I'm probably going to keep them though. Not what I was hoping they would be, but they fulfill enough of what I wanted that I think I'm going to keep them for now, but they will probably get replaced in the future. Yeah, that's all I can really say. I wish that I wish they had a better flicker effect. Because even with my 30 frame camera, right, with this camera here only being 30 frames, I wish that they didn't have that flicker pattern. But there's not much else you can do about that. It's just whatever they use to do that, whatever what do they call it, PWM, pulse width modulation, or whatever it is, whatever they use for that just doesn't seem to line up right, or it's just a cheaper version, which is how you get the cheaper lights, right? I mean, they have to cut costs somewhere in order to make the product cheaper, right? So that's what they cut in, it looks like. So, but yeah, that's my review. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, please provide them in the comments of this video. Again, if you have any questions and you want to ask me live or in my Discord link is also in the description of this video. And other than that, I am Chris, your dad next door. I will be signing out. Thanks for watching.